Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. We are Millennial Mom. If you don't know who is who, I'm Millennial. This is Mom. All right, let me get the banner off. Sorry about that, you guys. That was already off. Excuse me. Well, at least you know the copyright disclaimer, like this is for entertainment purposes only. So hello, everyone. Welcome back to our channel. My name is Mom, or Gay from Millennial Mom. And today we're talking about 90 Day Fiancé, Season 13. The Dark is Rising. Who could they be talking about? I mean, there's so many people where this applies. And you know, what's the saying? If it don't apply, let it fly. Oh, no, not this episode. It applies to everyone on season 6 or 7, episode 13. Because listen, I'm tired of Vanja. She should have never went over there. I'm tired of Loren. I don't understand why Faith is even entertaining this nonsense. I'm tired of Vea and Sunny. Definitely tired of Brian and Ingrid. Joe and Magda. Why are you here? Okay, same reason why Vanja and Bojo is here. And Niles and Matilda, listen. Again, this is the anchor to me for the 90-day franchise. So hopefully everyone got a chance to watch it on the live or on the replay. We're here to talk about it now. And if you are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Like the video. If you're A1s, Day ones, thank you so much for joining. Y'all know I appreciate you so much. Hopefully everyone's doing well. And I apologize for the delay because it seemed like my kids wanted to call me. But that's okay. They can call me anytime, right? So I was like, hurry up, try to get off the phone. I'm live. But I'm here now. So thank you for joining. Hello to Miss Tamika. Hello there. And hello to Jazz and Vince from the Jazz Vince Show. And what'd you say? You're tired of all of them? Yes, definitely so. So I'm going to drop the link. Y'all know how it works if you've been here for a while. If you're new, I'll explain it to you. In the comment section under Millennial and Mom, you just follow that link that says StreamYard. And once you follow that link, if you're new, I'm going to have to see your face backstage. No one can see but me, just to make sure you're not a bot or anything like that. And then if you come on stage, then you can turn off your camera. But of course, leave your microphone on so we can hear what you're saying. And let's remember this for entertainment purposes only. So, let's try to go with the flow with that and to maintain YouTube guidelines. So, none of us get shut down or whatever the case may be. And in the comment section, if you're going to type something that's a word that's for adult use only, try to misspell those curse words. So, all right, here we go. So we're going to get started already. And I see you backstage, ma'am. Are you ready? Hello there. Happy Thanksgiving week. How are you?
Happy Thanksgiving week. I'm good. I stay ready.
I know you do.
Yes.
You stay ready. I said, if anybody stay ready, you do. Defend her. Okay.
I stay ready.
You don't got to. You don't got to convince me. I already know. So, what do you think about the episode?
I'm over it. Over this whole season. I'm tired of it. I'm like, are we sitting? Why?
Exactly. Why? I do have an announcement at the end of the show about the other episode, so I'll let you know then. So okay. Let's just jump into it. Not gonna keep y'all long because, like I said, since Married at First Sight changed their day, I'm trying to do the live and then get off so we can.
Oh yes.
Yes. So okay. So we pick back up with Vanja. I said Vanja. Excuse me. Vea and Sunny. How many times are they gonna go back and forth with the? You don't love me. Yes, I do. Sit at home. I don't want to. I want to be with you. Miss me with this teenage love affair. We already have a teenage love affair coming up in this season right here, but I'm over it. Here's my thing. Like I said, Sunny disappointed me 2 episodes ago when he should have held firm and meant what he said with Vea. You came here with your ex. I do understand that you needed some support because you flew all the way over here. I guess maybe you couldn't find anybody else to come, but you're bringing too much baggage. And, just because, unfortunately, she had a miscarriage with Rory, it just seems like there's still some sort of connection there, even if it's not romantic. There's something underneath the surface. Sunny knows, he definitely feels it. And then for this episode, when Rory was talking slick at the mouth, talk about you just somebody she met on the internet or some dating site or whatever. And then Vea didn't say nothing. And then, you know, it took for Sunny to walk out again in the dark. Okay. And for her to be like, I'm not sending him home. And then he like breaks her down like him or me. She's like, okay, I choose you. So what are they going to do? Have makeup relations tonight again to get things back on track? That's not going to work. Somebody needs to be the adult here. What do you think?
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. You know that she's not sending him home. He is her emotional support animal, emotional support human, whatever. And Roy should have stuck with it and been like, no, I'm over it and I'm not doing it anymore. And he's not. Again,
he just needs to figure out. Now, somebody in my comments, matter of fact, I'm gonna shout her out, Miss Sweet Tooth J. So if you're in the Millennial Mom comments, when she does, she's always on replay, and she leaves like a detailed explanation of every cast member. And she had said something to where it was like, if Sunny was a true person of his Muslim religion, then he wouldn't even have overstepped those boundaries and had relations with her. And I didn't think about that.
Yeah,
you may have said
it,
but I was like, that makes a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? Like he wouldn't cross those boundaries. So I think she says something to the fact like he's like maybe a practicing around the family and friends, but behind the scenes, he's just like the regular old regular dude. And I was like, that's a good point. So hopefully, Miss Sweet 2J, whoever you are personally or whatever, I appreciate your comments. But if you come on live one time, that would be awesome too. Because she makes really good points. But yeah, like I said, someone needs to be the adult. And, you know, for back to that, if you're not saying nothing, if he's just your friend saying, oh, he's just some regular that she met. And she's just like, silence is golden. Right. But you outside.
It's golden. And it speaks volumes.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to be with you. You don't. You definitely don't. You just, I don't know, like the idea of maybe having a boyfriend somewhere else. So anyways, that's enough of them because I'm over them. Like for real.
Her voice annoys me.
Let's stick to someone else who's high on the list of annoyance. Don't even know how they made the season, this end of the season. Joe and Magda. It's Magda, not Magma, not Magna. Whatever he was trying to say. He's too old for that, to be mispronouncing names. And is this like another thing like that movie 17 again? That's the energy is given 17 again. I'm not impressed. I am not impressed, but 30-something-year-old, miss your flight, blah, blah, blah. You finally make it to Poland. You see this young lady who 10 years you're younger, what is it, you're junior, whatever the case may be. And you are acting as if you're in her peer group. I can't. I was hoping when he was around his family when we first met him, that him being around his family, even though they were telling his personality and different things like that, was maybe, you know, since he comes across as a party boy to me, maybe he would be a different person or personality. Let me just say different personality when you're around your girlfriend because, or in this case, girlfriend, I was gonna say boyfriend too, because, you know, sometimes when you're on your family being like a sibling or a cousin, you may not necessarily want to give like what's really going on. But to me, if you invite the road in your house with the camera crew, you might as well be honest. And the family told us who he was. So he gets over there and he's shocked and surprised that she don't want him sleeping in the same room because apparently he's been cheating on her. No telling how many times. And he's like, what? What you mean? You know, I mean, technically they are strangers. So I think you should give her that type of courtesy. And then it's just the fact that he keeps asking her and then he brings her little gifts. That's fine to bring gifts, but you know, I want to be matchy tennis shoes and you go out drinking. That's his MO. I'm like, you sir need to grow up. Like, what are we watching here? Like Real World?
Exactly.
And I'm like, what? I can't even get into it to be honest. So what do you think about him? And
he's using this as a come up. he think he's probably gonna get something out of this, because the storyline can't be that long, and she wants a green card.
Yeah.
That's perfectly clear. That's all she wants. She just wants to come to America and live the American dream. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
And
she's using them.
Definitely so. I thought it was funny, but like, dude, grow up at the same time. When he was the next day, when he was trying to get her, no, not next day, later in the episode, when he was like, "Are you sure you want to sleep in, different rooms?" Like, well, like, we could cuddle together, we could make cool body. I'm like, first of all, body makes heat. It doesn't make cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, where are you at in maturity level? I'm like, this. Why TLC? Why did you bring him on the show? Like, what is the point of him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
a filler.
A teenager. The Jasmine show says something's up with her. She wants a green card, but I will say this though. I'll give Magda this. I will give her a check mark, a cookie on the honesty part of not wanting to have relations with him right away. I give her that.
So, definitely.
She's still impressionable, and she feels like she can't trust him, and pretty much it boils down to like, I don't know where you been. So that's it. That's enough for me. So I give her that. So
that's about it. I'll give her.
Yeah. Besides that, she wants a green card, and he's just too old to be acting 17 again, like the movie. All right. So now we're gonna move to Vanja and Bojo. Another one. I really hope production paid your entire expenses going and coming, because
she wasted her time, money, energy, tears,
everything. And
everything.
It's unfortunate that she had to find out in her heart and her mind, to me, lined up for this. Because before it didn't. Because if clearly one was off, so she felt like there was still a chance, even though she was ghosted, came back, not answered the calls, all this other stuff, but she still had all this hope. So it took for him the embarrassment in front of his friends for the second time, not the dinner scene from a couple weeks, but his guy friends at the bar this time, for even them to talk to Bojo, like, how come, you're not attracted to her or whatever. But, it took that to confirm that for her. But you know what? Just like you, Tamika, she wasted her time, energy, whatever, her cookies, her baking, all that stuff. Not her little cookies, but the cookies she made in the oven. But listen, his friend with the dark beard, the one that was in the middle, so they got the tall guy, the one in the middle, she need to go cry on his shoulder, because he seemed like he was real interested.
Yeah, he was ready to risk it all.
Yeah, this beautiful woman came over from America, and you just don't want to give it 3 weeks? You sure?
Yeah, exactly. Because I'll give her the time. Yeah, he was ready.
Yeah, he was
definitely.
He was double check to make sure that this is not what you want. Because if you don't mind, I'm hollering. The Jasmine show says the Vanja preview was hilarious to me. She's attracting the wrong kind of men, clearly. Yeah,
clearly.
When she was doing right. Because all her relationships seem to be this way since she's been an adult. And she must give too much. She must be like one of those who need to have a man. Like, some people need to have a man, have a woman, or whatever their preferences. They need to have somebody to feel complete. And if you're not complete within yourself, nobody's going to fulfill that with you, no matter what the situation is. But like I mentioned last week, when she was in confessional, when they were going over those text messages and just like Sarpers from the other way, all them text messages going through, he's like, you're saying I love you and all this. So he definitely was leading her on. We knew it. We saw it. Her friends knew it, but she just couldn't put 2 and 2 together. And he was all laughing like, oh, I said that? Oh, he thinks it's funny.
Yeah.
First of all, we wouldn't have no confessional after you treated me that way, embarrassed me the entire time I was there. So now she knows this is what Bojo does. This is how he, attaches to women, because he ain't got no job, Tommy. He ain't got no job. He ain't live with his mama. Staying with your mama still. So without any real ambition. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to stay with your parents if you got something going on.
Mm-hmm.
For a reason, but he don't have. Go ahead.
No, I think he did kind of like her, and I think he liked the idea of having a relationship online. But then when she came to, in person, what you look like right here is sometimes it could be different. And we don't know if she was using filters or anything. So when he saw her in person and saw everything up close, I think he was just like, maybe not. Maybe she looked a little bit older than what she looked like online or whatever. But
that's probably true. But still, she had too many warning signs before she got there for months before, probably a year or two before. So anyways, I do give him jerk status on that, regardless if his feelings change in person. That's just me. All right. So I'm going to toss up who we're going to do next, because the rest of them are equal dark rising to me. So let's go ahead and let's throw them in the middle. Let's do Loren and Faith. I just don't even know where to start. At this point, Faith, I mean, we tried to tell you along the way, you definitely are getting what you are deserving right now. Because every confessional, she says that she wants better, needs better, wants love. How, Sway? How? If you're with Loren, and she's even said in confessional that she knows he's telling her, trying to sell her the dream, and she's trying to rebuild the trust. But at the same time, it's like, you got to do something different. I mean, I know he met with the family last week, and the family, her dynamics are definitely different in her family. Okay. So some of her family think that she should overlook the health concerns of the STIs and overlook the cheating and overlook all these other things to be that wife that wants to be accepted as a wife, even though they live an alternative lifestyle. And I'm like, you have to have some type of self-worth regardless. I don't care what lifestyle you live. You just shouldn't settle, especially for someone who just doesn't care really about himself. Because he's in a community, clearly, where disease spreads. I'm talking about Loren, not Faith. And he just says this so nonchalant as this is everyday normal life for everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's not everyday normal life. Not over here. Girl, no one I know, at least I don't think so.
I mean, you live in Vegas, so
I know, but it's still not don't let me get to thinking about it. I might come up with a name. But anyway, the Jasmine Show says we need a moment of silence for Faith. She's clearly one of God's strongest warriors at this point, because I don't know why we're still talking to Loren.
Why?
I mean, I don't know about a strong warrior. I just think that
I don't get it.
But it's a moment of silence, because it's like, girl, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? So anyways, like I said, at this point, you're a glutton for punishment, and that's exactly what you're getting. So I don't agree with her family. Talk about overlook all these things. So it's the next morning after the family meetup, and I think she said it was their last day or evening or night in her hometown. So she takes them around to try different food and to talk. And Loren came up with this idea of, we can't get married because of your status, but we go to Thailand and get married and then come back or whatever. Or I can marry your mom. She said what? She didn't say what with a little bit more conviction for me. She should have been like, what? Who says it? Who even thinks like that?
Who does that?
On top of that, Loren, you're saying all this, you're committing fraud on national TV?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. He just says things so nonchalant and calm, as if, We could do this everyday life when this is actual fraud. This is the reason why they won't approve your green card.
Exactly.
So all those interviews that we know that Michael did and other cast members that never got a green card, when you said this on national TV, maybe that's why production put it on here. Like,
yeah,
that's not it. And so at first, to me, Faith was like, that's weird, that's crazy and unusual. But then present the idea to her family. I said, now here come your pause. No, you bloop lying. That's exactly what I said at the TV.
I know. Yeah.
I said, why would you even present this idea? And I heard too that I was in someone else's comments that in the Philippines, I don't know how true this is, but it was saying that there's no such thing as divorce. So once you're married, you're married. So then what? So
he just wanted to be a part of the family. That's it. That's what he said, but that ain't. He gives me creep vibes.
He's definitely a creep. He's definitely a creep squad. So is Brian, because Brian's up next. They're part of the creep squad.
Creep weirdo vibes. Because I don't get it. I don't get it. And it's like the mama was like, "Wait a minute, what?" And she thought that they were joking, and he was laughing about it. He has that old silly grin, and I'm just like, is he for real? Like, I can't.
See, let me say something. I know sometimes they say on camera, you forget the camera's there. I can see that. I can see possibly if you're comfortable, but I don't think he's making it up. I honestly think he's serious because anybody could talk about him having a discharge. Why wouldn't he be serious?
And slut.
That's just me. So the thing is, Mom, she heard it, but I don't think she really understood what was going on because she was like, "Oh, I'm too old for him. He don't care. He's just trying to get citizenship and a green card." He admitted it out loud.
He would probably sleep with her too. I wouldn't put it past her.
Right. Talk her into it. Be like, "Oh, we have to do this to make our marriage legal."
Yeah.
Sure. Anyways, just the fact that she presented this information to the family, regardless they were cracking up, thought it was funny, whatever. I mean, I think they believed it because he was selling the story. And on top of that, her other sister, Veah, what she said last week about letting all that slide. Shoot, I bet well, no, she couldn't have did it. But I mean, it's like, yeah, Mom, they're probably in the mom here trying to talk her into marry Loren for the financial come up. But the thing is, there is no come up. If he had come up, he would have had it before he came here. Not after the fact that I get citizenship and then where you gonna work at? What you gonna do?
Nothing. You can't.
Sure. I am over the fraud. the federal fraud, and Loren is a fraud too. All right. So let's move to Brian and Ingrid. So I typed out, well. Brian has more secrets and lies. Brian has done the most. You know what this is? This is I was gonna say it is a two-part. It's R. Kelly in the closet, and it's Usher confessional with Brian. Every week is something new to confess. Right? We found out he was part of illegal activities in his younger heyday. It went longer than that since we heard all these other things. And to him being married 4 times and he's still married now. And
I didn't even know he was still married.
I didn't either. And on top of that, he's like, "Oh, I need to make sure she's Ingrid's the right one to be my 5th wife." You should have did the homework 4 wives ago. What you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The first time, okay, you got married young. I got married young, whatever. But I mean, after that, you should have matured, done your homework. Because sometimes even some celebrities have been married. I just think they like the hoopla and the party because they don't be married that long. You know what I'm saying? to come on again, national TV, all these things about you. I'm gonna use a big word. All these idiosyncrasies about you. Oh, I pulled that on my chart.
Yeah.
And I'm over it. So the Jasmine Show says Brian has a PhD in gaslighting.
Absolutely. Yes.
And
definitely.
You also say, if you get divorced twice, you have internal work to do. Right. Definitely. Definitely.
And you've been divorced 4 times and engaged 3 times.
Yeah. So I don't think he was counting the ladies he was married to. So that's 7. And thinking Ingrid's got 8 or whatever number she is. I don't know anymore. Because Brian's not truthful.
I can't keep up. We need a whole pie chart with him.
I don't believe a word Brian has said. I don't. In the beginning, I was like, before all this happened, I was like, okay, he's got activities, he's got friends, he's got all this. But Brian is just a mess. Okay, can't trust him. So Ingrid, well, let me go back. So we met Brian's friend Brian, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're talking in English, and she doesn't necessarily know English, and Brian's trying to prove his point. But I thought it was funny when his friend Brian was like, "Oh, so where are you guys coming from?" And he said something different. He goes like, "I didn't ask you that." You know what I'm saying? Like he pulled him back around to like tell me what's going on, stuff like that. Because I think Brian already wanted to get into conversation of we're not sleeping together, because he did say we're in separate rooms.
Mm-hmm. If
your friend Brian came to meet Ingrid, he already knew that information. So why repeat it for TV that you have to
exactly.
So again, he's someone else that's trying to embarrass her. Like it's not working. It's not working. She's had those red flags up for a long time. Hold on a second. Jasmine Show says, "Hold up, I thought there were 4 marriages, including engagements." I don't know.
Now he said 3 engagements, 4 marriages, if I'm not mistaken.
He did say that, but like I said, to be married, you are engaged to somebody else. But he made it seem like he was married 4 times, and then he was also, engaged to 3 people who he didn't.
Exactly.
Didn't have to come across to you, so that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because he would have been engaged and married 4 times. So there was 3 women he got engaged to and just didn't marry them, but he married 4 other women.
Right.
And now she about to be the 5th. And do you watch the After Pillow Talk?
I haven't watched it religiously like I have previous seasons, but I do know who's on there. What comment were you going to give? Let me hear.
Oh my goodness. What's there in North Carolina? Tim and Veronica. Yeah, she was like, "What are we doing that he's been engaged, he's been married 4 times and we can't get nobody?" I'm like, no, seriously. Like, I can't say what I want to say because that would just be so politically incorrect. But I'm just like, what I got?
Right.
Let me give me a handicap sticker.
The Jasmine Show said, if he wasn't a liar, such a liar, we'd have to think about this hard. We would have had to think about, because Brian lost me about 2 weeks ago. Like, seriously, he lied too much. But what was I going to say? So when Ingrid heard it translated, that's what was doing it for me, because she was kind of like, what? Like, how many? Quattro? Whatever it is in Portuguese. And what did he think? Oh, I know what I was going to say. So with these marriages and these engagements, so the same thing he did to Ingrid, maybe that red panty and bra set, maybe that made his rounds. Maybe that's Brian's thing. I got you something. I bet you that's his thing. Because he was way too casual with that. Way too casual.
And he also said, well, she never asked me, so I didn't think to tell her. What? Really?
How crazy.
That's what y'all do? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I have no more words for Brian. Even when he said, "Oh yeah, we was only married for a couple months and she was using me for a green card," and I'm like, okay, like you didn't know the first time or the second time.
Exactly.
I mean, what do you think Ingrid's here for? Because I said that weeks ago before we knew this information. I said I think she's nice and all. I think she likes him to a point, but I think she's here for a green card. I think we all agree on that. So
get your green card and get on.
yeah, I believe he likes them younger for the green card status. So I have zero sympathy for Brian. You get what you get. That's it.
Yeah.
So
I need her daddy to come to the congregation.
Okay.
That's what I want to see.
That says a lot. Oh, I can't wait for this tell-all, boy. I can't wait because a lot of people have been chatting, and he's been one of them. All right.
Mm-hmm.
To wrap this up, let's head over to Matilda and Niles. Now, let me just say, I'm disappointed in Miss Matilda.
I'm tired of them.
You got caught in surprise, ma'am. You got caught in surprise.
Mm-hmm.
Again, another one, just like Ingrid, I believe you like him, but I also think that your like is fueled by a green card too. But I just don't think it's just the only thing that you are willing to do, right? So, you wanna start it off? What are you tired of with them?
I feel like Tyra. I was rooting for you. I believe you. Remember that episode on Next Top Model when she was yelling at I think a girl name was Tiffany. But I was rooting for them, and then she, told non-truths about the party. And then, but she wanted to invite everybody. And Mr. Ark was like, yeah, you don't need all that. And then I think that she told him that they needed to go to Mr. Ark, but I don't think she said the magnitude of how important it was because she was so embarrassed that she wasn't getting married. You went told everybody that you getting married, but this guy, like, you didn't clear it with him. And he has a disability where you have to keep probably reiterating and saying stuff to him so he can grasp it. And yeah, I was just like, yeah, you should have, if you had to go to Mr. Ark and tell him that, then, and then another thing was, you knew this man didn't have a hand.
I'm not laughing because of that, but still, let somebody know if there's something going on with somebody.
You know this man didn't have a right hand, and you should tell him that. So it's some stuff I think that he's kind of milking the situation, and there's some stuff that she's like, yeah, I told you, but knowing good and well you probably didn't. I ain't got nothing for her.
That hand thing, almost
that was scary. I was like, oh, it was like
like I said.
I'm sorry.
Mute mics. But anyways, yeah. But this whole time, even though I still believe this, I do believe that Niles, in a way, led her on.
Yes, I do. Yeah, definitely.
And I'll just speak on him first. And I also said in the very early stages too, a couple weeks ago, or when the show first started, I'm like, where's his family? I understand they didn't want to do the knocking ceremony, but when he explained that his family said that they felt like maybe she had different motives and they weren't here for the wedding or anything like that, I was like, And then when he said Mr. Ark kind of said similar things that Matilda could be lying, I was like, But as far as if Niles knew he wasn't ready, is it Niles or Niles? If he knew he wasn't ready, he shouldn't have came over to Ghana just yet. They just would have continued to have, in my opinion, the same relationship they was having long distance. Get your money up, look up the culture, and ask her specifically what is required of me to come over here. Because I do believe they talk about marriage, but I think that she did take it a little bit further and tell her family, yes, we talk about getting married, but when he comes, we're getting married. And that wasn't the case.
Right.
So to me, there wasn't a miscommunication on Matilda's part, Niles' part with that. I just think that he just kind of, that promise ring should have been suggested before he got there, saying that maybe I can right now, and just for the family to meet me because I have intentions of, versus Matilda, who's like, yeah, I need money for the cook, my friends, my family, my this, my dad. Oh, I didn't know about this custom. Girl, you live there. You know exactly what that is.
You like my mama friends, my sister friends, my brother friends, my uncle friends. What? You don't even know all these people.
Exactly. She was trying to, be like, oh, and be living as a queen in America. Now, of course, what she sold her plantains for 88 cents, less than $1. So of course, American money is a little bit, you will be living a better life over here.
Mm-hmm.
So she was trying to, as the kids say, stunt, floss, or whatever the catchphrases are these days.
For your mama.
Right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, she tried to make it seem like she just didn't know, and she keeps trying to push it off on him. And with his the way it seemed like he's very like, oh, I'm sorry. Seemed like my daughter's texting me. I'm sorry. It makes it seem like he's very like he would write things down. He's like very like organized. Like I need to do this, this, and this. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't seem like he's scattered. And she makes it seem like he's scattered and could tell him anything, because, he's like, I could tell him this, because he won't know. He's smart. He knows. And he figured out the okie doke. So I'm disappointed in her. I really am, because she didn't have to save face. He was already coming to visit you. You know what I'm saying? Right. So your family would know the person you're talking to he's real. Mm-hmm. He's coming here to see me, So as Mr. Ark said, like, you can't participate in the knocking ceremony because that would mean you have to get married. But then again, if you don't, then someone else could snatch her up too. But when Mr. Ark was like, I'm the father, I'm like, calm down. They just asked you today. Calm down. Anyways, the Jasmine show says, right, the hand took me out. She didn't give Niles a heads up at all, shaking my head, especially with his autism. He could have accidentally said something. Exactly. So I'm, like I said, out of everybody, I think their relationship is real, but I think that he took a little bit back from her because in his mental space, because he learned that she was being dishonest. And I don't know.
I do think I remember him saying in the beginning that his family wasn't supportive.
Okay.
I think I heard that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, because I was wondering where they were, or even the people who he claims his family, the other lady was a Caucasian family. I don't know. Sure, I have no idea. But I'm really hoping, if not next week, the next 2 weeks should be the finale, because really everybody's storyline is wrapped up. Looks like Niles and Matilda will wrap up next week when he tells her we're just going to go ahead and they left us at a cliffhanger. And then what does Joe and Magda have to give?
Nothing.
So
nothing.
Right. Vea just need to go ahead and come back home. Faith,
she attracted a whole married man in an open relationship.
Right.
She can't catch a break.
Right. Faith and Loren, it don't matter what happens with their storyline now, because like I said, you present this nonsense to your family. You might as well go ahead with it now. You might as well try to commit the fraud and keep it moving. Okay. See, Brian just needs to go ahead and come on home, because Ingrid don't want no parts of that, really.
Ingrid don't want you.
Who else? So there's no Vanja and Bojo, and really that's about it. So we need the finale, because we're not missing nothing else. Chidi and Renee's is gone, so whatever. So, all right. Well, unless you have anything else to add with this?
No.
Okay. Jasmine show, you in the comments? Anything else to add? All right. So what I was going to say was, I have already, thank you for watching and joining everybody, but I have already pre-taped the tell-all part 2. I've already done it. So it's going to come out as premiere, but it's not going to come out as a premiere until I specifically did on Thanksgivings, so we don't have to do a live. So I'll give y'all some to watch if you want to for the weekend. It'll be their part 2. And the video is only like 35 minutes, because to me, nothing really happened on the tell-all.
It was interesting.
Corona's family was interesting. Her family was interesting, but I mean, not a whole lot we didn't know from part 1. So I just did a quick part 2. So, because it's Thanksgiving week. And then Married at First Sight. I'm going to do that video after it's over. That'll be out tomorrow to watch. Okay. So I'll be in the comments if you want to. So this is our only live for this week. So I will see everyone back next week. Hopefully everyone has a safe, happy Thanksgiving. And
happy Thanksgiving, Jazz and Vince. and Sharon
Sharon,
and Devontae, failed foster dog mom.
Yeah, that's Mo. And everybody else that's
and everybody else.
Yes. So thank you
Be
for watching.
safe. Eat a lot. Go Lions.
Okay.
Go Lions.
All right. Till next time, everybody. I'll see you next week. So take care.
Bye.
Good night. Bye.